All right, welcome back. So we're gonna keep going by drawing the rest of the geometry for exercise number 6. Let's go ahead and open up the drawing and go over what we'll be doing. So the first thing I want to do is draw the geometry that is on the outside. But remember that geometry is actually 1.5 inches deep in our part. So this is not going to be on the same plane as this one. It's going to be 1.5 inches in depth. And we got that by coming over here. 4.5 minus 3 is going to be 1.5 inches. So the first thing I need to know is that that circle radius is 2.25. Also, that slot right there has a width of 1/4 of an inch, and the base of the slot is 2 inches away from the center of my part. Let's go ahead and learn how to do that. So first, I'm going to zoom out a little bit. Come over here under Wireframe and select Circle. Over here, I need to select Autocursor Fast Point. And what I want to do, again, is start by drawing my origin at -1.5. Now remember, the origin for that z depth is going to be the third value. So I'm going to type in 0, 0, -1.5 and hit enter. Now it will snap as if you're drawing it right on that plane, but I'll show you what that does in a little bit. Go ahead and snap it anywhere and type in 2.25 for the radius and hit enter. Now select OK to exit. Now if I rotate my part, you will notice that my circle is not on the same plane as the rest of my geometry. And that's exactly what you want to see. That circle is -1.5 inches in Z. Go ahead and place it onto the right side view by going over here to view and right again. Now let's go ahead and draw that slot. So the first thing I want to do, and there is no right or wrong way to create the slot. This is just my easy method of creating the slot without having to do any calculations in your head. So come over here under Wireframe and select Line. First thing I want to do is draw a line from the center circle and make sure the outer circle is highlighted just like you see. Otherwise, it will start with creating the plane, the line on the right plane or aligned with this plane right here. You want to make sure it's on the outer circle plane. So come over here to the center, make sure the outer circle is highlighted and draw a line from here upward and make that 2 inches. All right, now go ahead and zoom in over here and go ahead and select OK plus. Now what I'm going to do is I know my width is 1/4 of an inch. So then I know half of that is going to be from here to here, and that's going to be 0.125. All right, and now you'll notice if I draw a line from here upward, I can't snap it straight upward on the circle. So I'm going to go ahead and make it pass it a little bit. And what I'm going to do now, because I know from here to here is going to be a 0.25, or you can also draw another line from here to here that's 0.125. So the entire distance would equal 1/4. And then you can draw another line from here to here and then select OK. Now my issue is I don't like to separate those two by 2 different lines in case I want to select that entire slot as my path. I don't want to select this and then this and then this and then that. So go ahead and select both of those, delete them, and then recreate a line from here to here. This way you have a 1, 2, and 3 lines. All right, so the last thing I want to do is go ahead and select the trim break. Make sure divide delete is selected, and just go ahead and delete those 3. All right, and you can also delete that line at the bottom too. We only drew that line as a reference point. So go ahead and select OK. I'll go to view and fit the screen. And go ahead and zoom out just a little bit, and let's go ahead and copy this 5 more times. So come over here under transform and rotate. You need to select all 3 sides. So make sure you select all 3 sides and select end selection. Now we're going to be copying this 5 times, and they're going to be 60 degrees apart. And that's exactly what you should see. All right, go ahead and select apply and OK. And now we're going to go back to our view and then also back to wireframe, and then go ahead and select trim, divide, delete. And now you're going to have to delete the little section in each of the slots. So make sure you're not deleting the whole circle, but only the little sections inside of each of those slots. And there you go. I'm going to hit OK, go back home and hit clear colors. So make sure again that all of your circles are lined up with all of your slots are lined up with that outer circle that we just drew. All right, so last but not least, we also need to draw a circle that is offset by another inch. So that's going to be from here, it's going to be offset by 2.5 inches. And that circle right there is going to have a radius, I believe, of 1 inch. All right, so let's go ahead and draw that. So I'm going to come over here and select view and right side again. And last but not least, I'm going to go ahead and create my wireframe circle. And I'm going to come over here under Autocursor fast point, type in 0, 0, negative 2.5 this time, and hit enter. And I'm going to go ahead and select anywhere here and make the radius 1 inch. All right, now go back and verify to make sure that that is a 1 inch radius. Now I know that this is a 1 inch radius, but this circle looks a little bit bigger for me. So I need to make sure that this circle right here is in fact 1 inch circle. Now, if I don't see that there is a notation for that over here. I see that this radius is 1 inch right here. I see this same radius is 1 inch, which is specified by all of that. But there's nothing on this circle and what that circle is. Now go ahead and look on your front view and you will notice that right there, half the diameter or the radius is actually 1.25. So we need to minimize this and come over here to radius, type in 1.25 and hit enter, and there's your correct radius. And then select OK. Now again, move your part or rotate that, make sure that that is offset by 2.5 inches, and that is correct. All right, so this concludes our geometry creation. We can go ahead and go to view and select right side view if we want to. And in the next video, I'm going to show you how to turn all of these features that you've just created into a solid.